pointing to his heart. How much passion do you have to come back in this ball game against the Dolphins?
Allen to Cook.
Guys, you notice how little yards after catch Buffalo's getting today? That's a big part of their offense. It is baked in today. Is get what you earned catching the ball and not much after it.
That's Dawson Knox in the slot right now, with Shakir in motion on 2nd and 4. Bonner had some help right after that as Quentin Bell makes the tackle.
I'm not sure exactly what he has going on, but he's been fantastic today. And now Ethan Bonner getting an opportunity to get in
there. Open field with Shakir. Tackled him pretty much on the spot.
Allen steps up, throws on the run. He's got an open man. That's Tyrell Shane of 24. Jack Jones on the tackle.
And when he steps up into the pocket, it's him. And you see him step up, your instinct is to go get him and release the receiver.
And Dawson Knox with another quickly.
Yeah, they've upped the pace of play a little bit. It's not all out race, but they're getting...
No huddle here. Allen taking a shot down the sideline. Coleman adjustment. Keon Coleman. Bills fans have been waiting for. 8-yard touchdown drive, and the Bills will go for 2.
Charles, you said it. Keon Coleman stops, slants, go ball. Opportunity, he comes down with the football for his quarterback.
The difference for him all game long is Brent is when Bonner never sees the he's able to uncover late and make a big catch.
Buffalo 0 for 3 on this year. Sean McDermott has talked about their struggles on this play. Shakir slips in motion. Can he get there? Shakir. Minkah Fitzpatrick. But instead, Miami picks up a first down.
Yes, he did. How about that focus by Westbrook-Ikhine to stay with it when Bishop was trying to obscure his vision?
Just his 11th catch of the season, but a huge one as it'll take up some more time off the. And actually,
the
challenge flag was out on the field. It looked like before that wanted to challenge that play, but either the flag didn't get out in time or the officials didn't see it, and they ran a play on first down
from here on 2nd and long.
Here's a look.
One more time for Westbrook-Ikhine.
Washington upended. How about Cam Lewis today stepping in for Taron Johnson?
He continues to do a really good job for this defense, and you guys. McDermott dropping the challenge flag. We saw it from up here, but it was as the ball was being. That was a big play, a 3rd down situation. They have to get off the field here, but even the time that was being able to run off.
He had ripped off a big.
Third down and 10. Bills bringing a blitz. Cole Bishop's coming. Tua puts it up, looking for Waddle. Hairston down. Intercepted by Hairston. And now on the return with a flag down. It looked like the flag came.
block on the return because he's blocking back towards their goal. Max Hairston. Jason, if it's a straight out line running, he
on top of the receiver from the very beginning. He's playing off cover. And that's very similar to Tua Tagovailoa's first interception early on in this game but Waddle wasn't going to win that battle. Good coverage by Hairston.
56 of the intercepting team. The penalty is half the distance from the spot of the foul. Keeps the ball, 1st and 10. Timeout on the field.
So the penalty is on Javon Solomon, but for the second straight week, Maxwell Hairston has an interception for the Buffalo defense.
Impressive when it doesn't call for it.
Allen taking a deep shot, looking for Keon Coleman and Marshall, whom Charles had just highlighted on the coverage.
There was a lot of contact and replay some contact, but I like the no call on that. Two guys battling it down the field. I'm okay with the
completed 8 in a row until that last pass. They're going to mark him a half-yard shy of a first down. Allen just trying to do it himself. Still going. Josh Allen carrying defenders with him. Lost the...
Earlier in the game, James Cook with extra effort to stay up gave time for the ball to be popped free.
Domino's. Get great deals on pizza, bread bites, chicken, desserts, and more. And by AT.
What appeared to be a massive play on 3rd down turns into disaster. Should have just gone down. That's what he's saying to himself. Instead, it's his second lost fumble of the year.
The extra.
Achane on 1st down. And Achane crosses the 40. Jordan's going to be a penalty against Buffalo. A day that began with Bills fans hoping that maybe by the end of the day they could be in first place. Well, in favor of the Patriots.
And the Miami offensive line, guy or your running back, they can create a big play, a big hit, and knock the ball free.
Second level, turns on the Jets. Achane, touchdown! And the Bills look gassed in Miami.
And remember, Jason, those 2-yard, 3-yard runs early in the game, if you stay with it, they can turn run for a touchdown.
And that makes it a 3-score game with 6. Kicks this one into the end zone. Davis will take a knee. As we go back to the touchdown run by
81, and it's going to be him one-on-one with Cam Lewis right here, and he's the guy that has to make the tackle. And just enough to get to him. And hey, once Devon Achane ends up in the open field, I don't think there's a player in the league that's catching that.
Panthers wiped out by Westbrook Akine with a nice block downfield. You're winning big. Why the bad?
45 by Tyrell Dotson.
Guys down the stretch for Miami, this is all tackling. Your grips.
Cook again into Miami territory. This is the first in 3 years, November of 2022, in the loss to the Minnesota Vikings. And now Bradley.
Ramps. This is the part of the game playing down in South Florida where the heat starts to catch up to you. Comes in right there to finish off the tackle.
It's not just the heat from snap one, and it just kept rising as they got more and more confident and developed throughout this ball.
We haven't seen that from the Buffalo Bills side, and as well as Miami has played today, this has just been a really poor fumbles, one by James Cook, one by Josh Allen, and an interception on all drives where they were moving the ball, getting it into...
Chubb drops. Davis could not hold on, and it's second down. Teams that were good. Daniel in his career 3-15 against teams of losses. But the 6-2 Bills in big trouble here with time winding down. Allen for Keon Coleman, and it is almost caught off the hand on it. Coleman nearly had it.
What an interesting rookie year for number 33.
And the Bills on 4th and long.
That allows Fitzpatrick to get into hot pursuit, and he and Willie Gay Jr. finish him off.
4th down and 16. Directing traffic. Chubb is there. Chubb with a big shot. Allen completes it to Shakir. 4th and long. A gain of 25.
It may not be his day, but for Knox. I think it was for Shakir, and it just went past Knox. Open arms.
Allen, quick pass. Sean McDermott does have all 3 yards today.
You saw in that last shot, you can just see the fatigue. Gotten this afternoon against...
Here comes the blitz. Allen doesn't see it. Throws incomplete. It was the safety Melifonwu who came under.
You mentioned the pressure. It's inside, and it affects the ball enough to get there for Shakir. Melifonwu gets enough to take it off of him. And you notice Anthony Weaver not backing off and just playing coverage, still sending people at Josh Allen.
He calls timeout. Play clock was down to 2. Still speechless.
I would.
Allen pump fakes, now chased out. On the move, throws on the run. He's got a time this year. And both touchdowns for Hawes have come against Miami.
See Hawes on the outside running an in cut, but as Josh Allen, the Miami Dolphins sideline was going crazy. They wanted a holding on the penalty with Josh Allen rolling out to the right.
With 3:36 to go, and now let's see if Buffalo will announce an onside kick.
The changes, can't be any surprises anyway, but I think they've got announced they're going to onside kick here.
So it has been announced. You saw Sean McDermott tell Ron Torbert, Buffalo has not recovered an onside kick. Since that point, they've only attempted 12 onside kicks and none this year.
Was it 2 last week? We had like a flurry of onside kicks being recovered. So there's your hope if you're...
Kick an extra point. He was a high school kicker. He has come out to attempt the onside kick. In the Bills scrimmage at Highmark Stadium as well, and then against the Giants in the preseason opener.
Off at the end of the season.
Ray Davis, the onside kick, trying to get it after himself, and it's not going to...
If it's just a slow roller like that.
Did not go 10 yards.
But
set to sort things out.
A 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. It's Miami's ball, 1st and 10.
All right, so a penalty
Look who's on the field, guys. That's 64 in white. Brunskill, the extra offensive lineman. We might get nothing.
Brunskill is leading the charge. They'll go in motion with Dulcich, and Achane is the running back. Achane to the right. Jason, you're still amazed that Ray Davis did the onside kick.
Very amazed. A healthy kicker I don't think I've ever seen. The ball straight forward, and you put a bigger body, a more physical player there, probably in hopes, to your point, CD, that Miami cover it.
Coming up, State Farm postgame. Our crew back in New York will have scores and highlights coming up on the State Farm. I'm telling you, he looked very good in their August scrimmage at Highmark Stadium. He made 2 field goals that day, made an extra point in the preseason. I don't think they practiced those.
They saved those.
Jason, you played for Chris Tabor.
Love Chris Tabor.
So there's a...
Bills ready for that, and an immediate timeout called by McDermott. September of 2022. Last Dolphins win against Buffalo. Only time Tua has defeated Buffalo.
He and his team 1-9 when he's the starting quarterback against Buffalo.
Hot it was on the sideline. And even that last shot we saw when Josh Allen put his head on Tua Tagovailoa's shoulder pad.
Actually, it's a little bit cooler in November, but it's very warm. On third down, Achane, he's got room. Cook was a little extra motivation. Well, he has been the star of the show this afternoon. The extra point is good, and it's 30-13. Achane now.
We meet with teams all the time, and most of the time they talk about, and oftentimes we don't see it follow through. Today, Miami did everything they talked about, staying committed. Today.
Game by more than 7 points since December of 2018. Consecutive divisional games without losing by more than 7. An NFL.
And how many straight divisional titles have they won?
5.
Yep. There's a reason, right? This team rarely has.
Davis will take a knee. And it looks like
I know quarterbacks don't like to go out, Jason. They will fight you over there. I don't want to come out while my team throughout the team.
And remember, it was, 2 weeks ago, we watched Jaden Daniels in a blowout game late for the Washington Commanders.
Allen over 300 yards for the second time this year. First time since week 1. Hired Miami team. But how about a little love for Anthony Weaver, the Saratoga Springs, New York native? They have had together, and this is their best game of the year by far defensively.
And the amount of trust that he has had in his guys. Juju, that's a defensive coordinator trusting his guys. We've watched him send blitz, Melifonwu, Fitzpatrick loose, and go out there fired up with emotion and play and make winning football plays throughout the course of this game.
Jordan Phillips, number 94, doing a much better job of not just trying to be meticulous in their hand placement.
Sacks and 7 quarterback hits as of Miami. On the move, and Trubisky will fall forward. Really a straight, maybe with the trade deadline, they would add somebody. Nobody more frustrated to not get it done than the GM, Brandon Beane, who said, and then with all these injuries, it's been a strange week, and this was just one of those ones you'll look at and say, what?
Right, Miami made moves, but they didn't want to deal with Buffalo to make those moves within their own division.
Way down the sideline and stops at the 2. Wishnowski's been the Bills' best player today. Scores and highlights on the State Farm postgame show.
They're trying. A lot of them are playing for a lot of reasons now. GM is no longer here in Chris Greer. schedule coming up, they have a chance to actually play some good ball and win some games, don't they?
They're going to go to Madrid. They're going to play against the Commanders team. They got to feel decent with this type of performance and what they possibly can do over the next few weeks. Really try to optimization right now.
Bradley Chubb said earlier on Friday, we said, well, where do you think you can go? He goes, look, we can only do it one practice, one game, one day at a time. Now, obviously, they got a long way to go, but what a start for Bradley Chubb and the Dolphins. A 5-point Jaguars lead over the Texans. Time on the clock there for New England and Tampa Bay. But the Bills fall to 6.